Hey everybody, it is Professor Hatch. I am here to talk about the representation in media essay. So let me share my screen and we can go over that. All right, so this is the prompt, which I'm just going to read. Um, so you're going to want to look at the procedure section, which is listed second here for detailed instructions. You are being asked to watch a documentary and 3 YouTube videos listed below. And then do the following. Identify a group or a community that you belong to. Discuss how that group is represented in the media and identify any real world consequences, and those are problems or benefits, positives or negatives, caused by that portrayal. And then please write an essay of no less than 1,000 words that explores the significance of how people are represented in media. And by media, I should clarify that I mean entertainment media, news media, social media, streaming media, I don't know, whatever else you can think. Um, okay, so under procedure here, it says please start by watching the following. 13th, which is a full-length documentary, which we are going to be actually watching in class. Um, or we already have, depending on when you're watching this. The Asian whitewashing and racism in Hollywood, representation matters, Latinx in mainstream media, heteronormativity, how it stunts queer representation, and all 4 of these videos are embedded down here at the bottom of this essay prompt. You can watch all of them for free. I mean, the YouTube ones, of course, you can watch for free, but the documentary you can watch for free as well. Okay, so next, once you've watched those, and for the record, actually, you have to use 3 of these videos. I don't care which 3 you use. Um, I'm expecting everyone to have seen 13th just because we're going to be screening it in class. Um, but I mean, given that it's free, you can watch it at home, whatever. Anyway, you only have to use 3 sources. You can use 4, but you can't use more than 4. And all of the sources you use for this essay are going to be these 4 videos, a minimum of 3 of them, right? Okay, moving on. As you consider, or sorry, as you continue working on your essay, consider the following. 1, identify a group you belong to. So using myself as the example, I'm a middle-aged guy, a dog owner, a homeowner, an educator, a comic book nerd, a video game nerd, a film buff, a poet, a husband, a white guy, a teacher. Any of those things is a group I belong to, and there are a lot more. That is a very short list. How has that group been portrayed in the media? So if we go with the example of comic book nerd, then I could look at how that group is portrayed in TV shows such as The Big Bang Theory. And what did they get right and what did they get wrong? They got a lot wrong. Big Bang Theory annoys me. Um, it's funny, but it annoys me. And then finally, what are some real world consequences of that portrayal? So please remember these consequences can be negative or positive. Obviously, as a middle-aged white man, there are no problems caused by media portrayal of that group, at least that I can think of. And so for this essay, I'd have to focus on a different group, and I could focus with comic book nerd, but I could also talk about being a teacher and how teachers are portrayed in media, and teachers, especially in news media, and especially in right-wing news media, teachers are not portrayed positively. Um, I don't think they're portrayed necessarily as, I don't know, an enemy. Although actually I've seen that. That's a bad example. Anyway, teachers are portrayed pretty negatively in a lot of media. And then in other media, they are, what is the opposite of vilified? Lionized, I guess. They are held up as heroes. And both of those representations are incomplete and stupid. Um, we're obviously not villains. We're also obviously not heroes. And anyone who's ever been made to feel stupid in a classroom by a teacher understands that there is nothing inherently romantic or heroic about being a teacher. A lot of crappy people are teachers, and a lot of excellent people are teachers. So anyway, going with that example, then, whichever group you choose to focus on, are the people who belong to this group treated differently by the public based on media portrayal? Are there serious negative consequences, such as what happened to Asian people during the pandemic? Or are there positive consequences? And off the top of my head, cops eat for either, I can't remember if it's free or just really cheap at In-N-Out and a lot of other local restaurants. And that's obviously a positive. Do people have a general misunderstanding about the people who belong to that group? And actually, if we talk about police officers, then yes, without question. Police officers are, again, like teachers, either hailed as heroes. You know, how many times have you heard thank you for your service? And believe me, I'm grateful for the service that police officers provide. But at the same time, there are plenty of police officers who probably should be doing something else for a living. In any case, lots of negative portrayal, lots of positive portrayal. So is there a general misunderstanding about that particular group? And I'm positive you can think of several other examples of different groups, as well as probably several other examples just of like police or teachers. And then support all of your analysis or support your analysis with examples from the videos mentioned above. So yeah, all of the points you're making, you're going to be using specific examples from the videos. And then, of course, the analysis, that would be your evidence, right? The specific example from the videos, and then, you know, that would be followed by no less than 3 sentences of analysis. We've discussed this at this point in the class, so I'm not going to dwell on that. While you are working on this essay, please feel free to use the student essay template, which I'm just going to click on right here. You should be familiar with this by now. This is especially useful for people who struggle with formatting. It is a very simple template. You literally just download it, put your name in at the top, change the last name from student last name to whatever your last name is, and then begin writing. And if you don't have an essay title, by the way, then just call it Representation in Media Essay. That's all it needs to be. All right. I need to get out of this. Okay. So lastly, let's go look at, oh, and of course, please watch the following video, which is the video that you're watching right now, which will go right here once I finish recording it. The requirements, let's look at those. 1,000 words minimum, 1,500 words maximum. Both of those are hard and fast requirements. Please, you know, I've got like 100 whatever students, so please don't write a 3,000 word essay. In addition to that, please, as always, be kind to my old ass eyes and make sure your essay is double spaced. Frankly, my eyes are too old and crappy anymore to even read single spaced essays. So if I get one, I'll just mark it as a 0 and then ask you to fix the formatting, and then I'll regrade it happily. The essay needs to respond to the 3 major sections listed in the procedure section above. What I mean by that is these in bold. Those are the 3 major sections from the procedure section. Please use a minimum of 3 sources, all of them from the list of videos mentioned above, no more than 4 sources maximum, please, and no sources other than the videos. This essay should have standard college level grammar, blah, 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 blah. Please, you know, if this is something you struggle with, use spell check, use Grammarly, whatever. Spell check is free. Use it, please. This essay should follow the rules for MLA formatting, blah, 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 blah. Here's a link to the Purdue OWL website for any formatting concerns. Also, again, use the stupid template, and that'll save you a lot of headache. And then finally, the successful paper will do the following. This is, at this point, you're used to this because it's the same exact thing as the previous essay. No block quotes, please. And then again, here are the 4 videos I'm asking you to watch for this essay. It's pretty straightforward. Also, the videos, at least the short videos, we're going to screen the 13th documentary in class, but these 3 videos I am going to turn into discussion board assignments over the next 3 weeks. So, you know, you're going to have to watch those no matter what. So you might as well get that knocked out now. I think that's everything I need to say. This video has probably already gone on long enough. I'm going to stop my screen share. Yeah, obviously there's going to be a video for the outline assignment that's going to be a bit longer than this. And as always, if you have questions, text me on Remind 24/7, any time of day or night, and I'll get back to you. when I can. You know, if it's 3 in the morning and I'm asleep, then it'll be sometime in the morning after I wake up. And unless I have insomnia, in which case it'll be within minutes. All right, I'm gonna shut up. Bye.